Sarah Pinks here. Today I'm going to show you my Faux Midori Traveler's notebook that I got. I got it from a little shop in Brighton. It was £11.99, which is kind of the price that I would be happy to pay for something like this. I really wanted to see it because I wanted to get to know the anatomy of, you know, the rubber bands and how everything fits and all that kind of stuff. So, it's made of, I think, kind of like a recycled rubbery tyre thing with a fabric canvasy front on it that's been printed. It's been printed with a balloon, which I quite like because I'm a bit of a steampunk girl. And also, it's the same colour as my lovely personal spring green chameleon Firefax, which I would love to show you just here, but I can't because I left him in a taxi on Friday, and today is Monday, and the police station still haven't had him handed in. And the way it works in Brighton is that the cab companies don't save lost property, they take them into the police station, but the trouble is it's bank holiday weekend, so I'm going to have to wait till Tuesday. I did ring them this morning and they hadn't had anything handed in at all, so I'm hoping that taxi drivers are going to go in tomorrow with a great big Santa sack full of stuff, including my spring green chameleon. So I'm really gutted, which was quite nice because I had this and I just couldn't be bothered to do anything with it because I was still stroking the spring green chameleon. I need to have one of those little dotted, you know, tape lines when you've got a dead body. In fact, yeah, so there we go. There's a little chalk outline in memory of my spring green. Anyway, always one to get diverted. Yes, I got this, and it came with two of these craft paper covered books. Paper is really similar in quality to a moleskin cahier notebook. In fact, probably a little bit better. Anyway, I washi taped the cover of this one. This one I've left loose because I put some other stuff in. And then it came with an inside pocket here and a credit card pocket, which I've just put some sticky notes in for the moment. And then there's the other cahier notebook, which I've just put some, I found this fantastic washi tape. Look at that. It's a kind of neon lime green. It looks yellow here, but it's a lime green. Oh no, yellow lime green, I don't know. There you go. Ooh, lime green. In, of all places, Clinton cards. Who would have thought? Anyway, so I've just done a few of those pages, and that's going to be a kind of notebook. And then there's the other side of the business card. I like the way the kind of whole maths of it works out, where you've got to work out where you want something. So, for example, the other side of this pocket is a little zip pocket, which is just so useful. So I decided, because my spring green had all of my interwebs stuff in it, it had my racks list, it had my address book for internet connection people, lovely YouTube sisters and brothers. It had all of that stuff in it, and now I've lost it. And it had all my postage and all that kind of stuff. So I've just recreated it in here. So what I did was I created my own little book. I didn't bind this. I could have stitch bound it, but I decided not to. So what I did with this one was I took my Rhodia dot A4 pad, and then I cut down the size to be a double page, which for this one, I don't know if it's the same as for the Midori, but it's 21 centimetres wide for a double page and then 20 centimetres tall. So what I did was I cut my pages at 21 by 20 and then I created some pages in Word that I fed through the printer. So you can see I've done a little contacty thing because I didn't have my contact details in my spring green because I never put my contact details in anything. So anyway, I've put them in here. And then I've done a racks list here. I'm not going to show you what I've done. But there's my racks list, and then here's the list of videos I've already done on YouTube with some more space, and then some kind of ideas, and then an address book. And I used a fab little font that I've got. No, I can't remember where I got it. If I can find the link, I'll post it below. They're little social networking symbols. Anyway, so I just created my own address book. Interwebs. This came with it. This was the brown elastic that came with it. They couldn't even be bothered to cut the ends off. Honestly, it was about 6 inches longer than that. So I've just trimmed it a little bit. And then I've got a pings and paper list, which is, I've started a new blog, pingsandpaper.wordpress.com, because I need to keep my sewing and my stationery holic life separate. There's a dedicated site coming, Pings and Paper, as opposed to Pings and Needles. And then racks I've received, and then I love this card. This is my favourite card on the planet. It's got a white pony saying haters gonna hate. Because, you know, it doesn't matter what we do to try and make people happy, haters are always gonna hate. And then this is, I made 2 extra little booklets. I quite want to do this 5,000 questions thing. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll put the link down below. And what I did here, which I think was genius, I was in Staples the other day and I found these which are study time coloured reading sheets. These are for people who have things like dyslexia, because it's much easier for kids to read through a coloured plastic filter. It stops all the numbers from jumping around. But you get 5 sheets. There's blue and pink. Sorry, can't really see. Blue and pink and green. And yellow and purple, and it was £1.50 for 5 sheets, and I thought, oh, it's quite nice. It's quite thick. It's not brittle. It's quite bendy, so I thought it might make quite a big cover. So, what I did, I'll take this one out. I'll take the questions one out. Was I cut a cover slightly bigger than I needed, and you'll see here that I've put some nicks in the top. I just used my hole punch and kind of 3/4 or half hole punched it, and then I printed the first 1,000 questions. I've printed onto paper, just normal photocopying paper, and done the same thing and taken the top nick out. It just helps when the elastic not kind of scrunching everything up if you take the top bit out. I didn't print this particularly brilliantly because I couldn't get my long edge, short edge, double-sided thing working. So actually, when I've done the first 500, then I'm going to have to turn it round. But I don't care. I've just got, you know, the whole point is to have the questions. And then in this one, I printed I had an old moleskin notebook because I used to use moleskins all the time. So what I did was I took this one is a kahia, and so the stitching is very close together, and I just cut, snipped and unpicked all the stitching really carefully, and then as you can see I punched the tops here, and then I created a template on Word for both pages. which is easy because you just create a page the size that you want, which in this case is 21.5 wide and 20 tall, and then you just make it 2 columns and put some returns in, and then you can start placing stuff. That's how I created all of these templates. And I've got, oh yeah, I meant to show you, sorry. I've got this nice little font that's got a little pointy hand and, get focused here, little pointy hand instead of a to-do box. Quite like that, so I put an extra little tick box down the side here. Anyway, so what I've done here is I've just used the Moleskine pages, and I've started it because I thought it would be quite a nice little separate journal. It's not about what's happening in my life or what I'm thinking about. It's little random questions. I am not doing them in order because, quite frankly, some of the questions are really stupid. Anyway, and I've also done a little bit of drawing. This one, I love this question. If you didn't know that people couldn't fly, do you think that you could? And that's me flying over the Brighton Pavilion. So yeah, I'm really kind of enjoying this. Now, I haven't stitched these. Again, I've left them loose and I've put extra thin elastic that I got from Tiger. It's like 2 for £1, I think. Little bobbins of them. Because that way I can add extra pages in without it all being permanent, because that's the one thing I don't like about, you know, the Moleskine, was that everything was permanent. And the same thing with my interwebs insert, is that if I need more addresses, when I get to here, I will just add another double page, quadruple page in, so that I'm not running out of space. So that's what I've done there. And then these two, what I did was I sneaked this cover into the same elastic, so those two are like that. And then I used this extra elastic that I put in here, and then you just kind of open them so that, I don't know if you can see this, so that the elastic goes in the middle of the elastic, and then Bob's your auntie, especially if you live in Brighton. Bob's your auntie, and there they go. So yeah, I'm really liking it. It's everything that I kind of wanted my Moleskines to be like. Honestly, I've got whole sites of my old blog where I used to stick the covers of Moleskines together and have a plane and a line and a graph and a thing. But this is actually much, much nicer, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm not putting a pen loop on it. I found that I can use my Coletto. I can just stick them on the elastic. Oh yeah, it had this really sweet little bookmark of a camera that I've left in. I've tied it into the elastic there. So what I did was I put, it came with brown, and I've put an extra blue elastic in, and I've also, oops, forgot to put them. It's good in there, good in there. And then I've also used a spare green elastic as well to sort of join stuff together. You can have really good fun customizing these. I like it a lot. If I weren't waiting for my pocket spring green chameleon from the Italian site, I would have made this into my wallet because I think it's great. But I quite like the fact that it's just my internet, blogging, YouTube, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, and my 5,000 questions journal. And I've got the spare book here, which actually I'm just, at the moment, just tucking in the back, because that's the other thing I like about it, is that you can just squeeze stuff in. So there is my faux Midori notebook. And let's just... Bye bye spring green personal chameleon. Police scene. Do not cross. Whoever found it on the seat in the taxi in Brighton, this is a plea to hand it in, because there's a little hole in my heart and a little space on my cutting mat. Anyway, there you go, Faux Midori. Any questions? Leave me a comment. Please do a thumbs up. I don't know why, you know, if you're going to watch it, if you like it, do a thumbs up. Because whenever I watch somebody's video, if I like it, I give it a thumbs up. It's nice, isn't it? Anyway, if you don't like it, see ya. Bye. Oh, don't go. Don't forget, my giveaway for 200 subbies, which is now at 237, yay, is running until Monday the 2nd of September. So you've still got time to enter. Go and have a look at the video. I'll leave a link down there. Please enter. I love giving stuff away, but, you know, I'm giving one heap of stuff away this time. Anyway, lots of love. Bye.